everyone. Welcome. I'm just going to let everybody sign on for a couple minutes before we get started. Hi everyone. Okay, so I like to start right at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to give it another minute and let people log on in case they're just waiting, and then we'll get started with making our pizza today. As you log on, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. You can just comment really fast. Hi Amy, how are you? Okay, it is exactly 6 o'clock, and if you know me, I am one of those people that like to start on time. So, okay, before we get started, I want to cover a couple of safety things. Make sure and pull back your hair before you start cooking in the kitchen. Nobody likes to eat those extra strands of hair. Also, wash your hands and make sure that your counter space is nice and clean. Hey, Amy, how are you? Okay, it's so fun to see you all on. Okay. So, like I said, we want a clean space to start out with, and today we're going to be making flatbread pizza. If you haven't already, start your oven. I hope that you're watching with me and cooking with me as we go. So preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and if you don't mind, hit the share button. Share this video with your friends. We would love to share our recipes with everybody, and so go ahead and share the video. Let everyone know you're watching. Maybe some other friends will want to log on too. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my flatbread pizza, or my flatbread. Now, flatbread is one of those ingredients, if you're like me and you have a small grocery store, you don't always have the right ingredients that maybe it was called, that the recipe calls for. So today I actually made my own flatbread. I've never done that before, so that was a fun experience. I had a backup plan in case. So anyways, this flatbread, I made it myself. Super easy recipe. You can look online to find something. What you want to look for is something with whole grain. That just adds fiber and it's more nutritious than your simple grains. But if you don't want to make your own, maybe you don't have the time for that, you can always buy it at the store, or you can always buy just whatever crust works best for you. Especially during this time, we're really limited with what's at the grocery store. So if you need to, buy what's best or easiest for you to find. Another option is to try out the cauliflower crust. I don't know if anyone else has tried cauliflower crust. If you have, let us know. We want to hear all about it. I haven't tried it personally, but I've heard good things. So, and I've watched the Food Network and they were talking about it. So, I would love to try that at some point. But as we get started, I'm going to add tomato sauce or pizza sauce onto this. It is a tomato sauce. So, tomatoes are very high in vitamin C. I'm going to add a few spoonfuls. I did make my tomato sauce today. It was super simple. One reason I like to do that is because if you purchase it pre-made, a lot of times they sneak in the sodium or sugar, and we really want to limit those ingredients. So I've just used a recipe I found online. All it is onions sauteed in olive oil and a little bit of garlic. Fresh garlic is what I use. And then I add a little bit of low sodium chicken broth, and I simmer that down. Then I also add tomato sauce. So what I like to do is find tomato sauce that's no salt added. Typically they don't add sugar into that tomato sauce. And then on top of that, I like to look for those that have seasonings in it already. So like basil and Italian seasonings. So that's just one quick little tip that I have. I love providing tips. So if you have any, share with us. I think Amanda said that she has used cauliflower pizza crust before. That's a lot. I mean, I'm glad that other people have. Did you like it, Amanda? Okay, I'm just gonna spread this around. Now, the best thing about making your own pizza is you can fix it the way you like. If you don't like to have the crust, you don't have to have crust showing. You can cover the whole thing with toppings. But I'm one of those, I kind of like everything to be the way it's supposed to be, and usually pizza stores serve the crust showing. So, okay, we've got our tomato sauce spread. So as we go here, I'm gonna add a little bit of mushrooms. Now what I do is I slice my mushrooms and then I also slice them in half just so that they are smaller in bite sizes and so that they don't take over my pizza. Amanda said she does enjoy her cauliflower crust. Good, I'm glad to know that. Y'all, I missed a step. As I'm doing this, I missed a step. I like to add cheese first, so we're just gonna have a little extra hidden surprises in there. So if you've got kids, maybe you can hide those mushrooms with some cheese. So what I'm adding is mozzarella cheese. I also purchased the low skim mozzarella cheese just so that we are limiting fat. Okay. Spread that nice and good. Okay. Now then, I'm going to add some more mushrooms. Now, like I said, if you need to hide those mushrooms, you do it. You do you. Okay, let's just spread those out. Okay, another thing I like to add is some onions. Don't forget to share, okay? I'm watching you if you're not sharing. Okay, so we've got these onions all spread out. What you want to do with your pizza is pack in the veggies. When you're packing in those vegetables, it really adds to the nutrient density of your pizza. So we want a nutrient dense pizza. That way it's guilt-free, right? Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. I have a trick to show you. We're going to add bell peppers, and you'll notice I've already sliced some of these, mostly to save time for you all. But one thing is, with the bell pepper, I like to slice around the seeds, and that way I avoid, you can see there's not many seeds in this bell pepper, but I like to slice around the seeds. That way I avoid making such a mess. So I'm just going to demonstrate that really quick. Hopefully you can see. Okay, so I'm just going to slice straight down. And that way I have all of my seeds. Well, how do I show you? Okay, so that way all of my seeds stay inside. And I do that all the way around my bell pepper. And I have a trash bowl. I always have a trash bowl whenever I'm cooking, primarily so that I don't have to go back and forth and touch the trash the whole time. Okay, so we want to avoid touching the trash because that spreads germs. So I'm just going to go all the way around. And that way we're also limiting our food waste. You can see there's hardly any food that's going to waste there. So that's going to go into my trash bowl. Sometimes with my trash bowl, I will save it to make like a chicken broth. If I saved some bones that I have that were in my chicken, what I do is I keep this in a bag and I freeze it. And then whenever I'm ready to make my broth, I just pull it out of the freezer and it's ready to go. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and slice up some more bell peppers. I'm taking this one piece and I'm cutting it in half. Okay, and then I'm cutting it into small slices. If you have a student that's interested in culinary, they probably know that this slice is the julienne slice. So it's just short and thin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this one off. Okay, now I'm going to pull my pizza back over. We're just going to stuff those in right there. All right. If I had more counter space, wouldn't that be so nice? All right, let's spread those. The other day I did red bell peppers. I liked them. I love red bell peppers. I like doing different colors. But my sauce is also red, so it kind of blended in with my sauce. So today I'm doing green. Okay, another thing is I'm adding some black olives. Of course, all of these vegetables are optional, but you really want to try and get as many veggies packed in because we're trying to make this nutrient dense. So, my olives are going everywhere. Okay, and then, of course, I live with a rancher, and he likes his protein. So, of course, today I'm using beef. I used ground beef, and I just sauteed it with some Italian seasonings. And with those Italian seasonings, I'm probably going to save whatever's left because I'm not going to use a whole pound of hamburger meat on my pizza. So I'll probably freeze what's left, and eventually I'll make it into a spaghetti sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and spread that on. Whenever you're adding protein to your pizza, you really want to keep it a lean protein. So whenever you are buying that ground beef, you want to look for the low-fat version of the ground beef. I'm going to move this back into my bowl that way I don't make a mess whenever I go to cook it. Okay, my pizza's ready to go. Did y'all see how fast that was? I don't know how long it's been. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make this. So what I'm going to do is stick this in the oven, 425 degrees. And Kayla, yes, beef. It's what's for dinner. Okay, I'm going to stick this in a 425 degree oven. And then I'm also going to cook it for 8 to 10 minutes. It kind of depends on your liking. I have a little bit of cheese here. Should I just add it? I think I should. I'm going to. Okay, so we're just going to top it with a little bit of cheese, because who doesn't like cheese? It's the best part of the pizza, right? Okay, we're just going to finish that off there. Okay, now I'm going to stick this in the oven, and I'll be right back. And I'm working my TV magic. Here's our finished product. Here, I'll hold it up a little. Oh. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is just take my pizza slicer and slice in, and you are all done. I mean, this is dinner in 10 minutes. I feel like Rachel Ray a little bit. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be glad to answer those questions in the comments. And we are so glad that you joined us today. I hope that you keep joining us as we do this throughout the next few weeks. And like I said, if you have any questions, I know, Amanda, it was super fast. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And we will try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for joining me, and I hope that y'all have a great evening. I hope your pizza is good.